Yeah, but do you want to give like the only real playmaker of Wings like a good lane? Like if that SK gets like a super fast blink, he can turn those fights around.
I mean, it's going to be a trade-off for sure, but I think for DC they can still make it work.
Yeah, maybe they go defensive lane as well. So I'm not sure. So there's going to be a Slaughter support Sand
Offlane Slaughter then.
Yeah, so nothing unusual from them, and the dual off lane from Wings. So,
but you know, they're starting off Wings. They see that 3 heroes are up there. They expected the aggro.
Look at the quick rotations too. Moo walks all the way over, gets hit by the crush. Ice Ice's Burn Strike. Shadow's on his way in, while the Static Link up on the top lane. They're battling there, and Innocence makes a break for the tree line. It's Moo who's trying to escape on the bottom. He actually devoured a Centaur, got a 3-man stomp, and trying to reach back to his own tier 1 tower. It won't happen, however.
How is Innocence still alive on this top lane?
I do not know. He's had so much damage, stolen misery. He hasn't even leveled an ability. Now he'll level up the ensnare, but what help is there? It's only that one range creep, and he actually... he stops him from attacking by putting down. It's a level 2 time lock up for Shadow. But he'll need some serious RNG to get through that Doombringer.
And the Doom is also an excellent pick versus the...
they're going top lane. Ice Ice locked up to start with. It's the ensnare. They're still stealing a lot of damage. Now also Ice Ice, the Sentry Wards, both of them being dropped at the same time. Disruption is up here, but the 3-man crush from Faith Beyond. Ice Ice, one more attack. There it is. The Shadow Demon Poison will reach it and stare into the Slaughter 2. They can make this a 2 for it. They do. Digital Chaos. They could...
Salves, Mangoes, Fairy Fires, Sticks, pretty much anything else aside from that. I guess the armor helps him a decent bit, however.
Zuxa scattered out, moving over. He starts with the poison, still got disruption available. Weeha, hard to hit that arrow, so he leaps over to try and hit the arrow. Maybe just a starfall. Barrowstrike from Ice Ice, dropping that ST low with a cold snap. It's Weeha who finds the first kill. The Sand King will get revenge, however, into the ST. And we'll have to back away as Slaughter rotates over. The crush to Wee, but Ice Ice has no interest in being involved in this. Around the back lines, Wee, he has the Observe Wall on his hillside. It's going to time out in 8 seconds time, but it gave enough information that he's able to escape the gank as time logs. Move, Fortune's End again. Shadow needs another time lock to make this work. He'll get it. He may die in the tower, but Innocence, no, the heal is there. And Shadow barely survives, also with a salve up. But they just want this top tower. Support's on the way in the form of Innocence, heading to the top lane. Tier 1 town, there's no fortification, so Faith actually just running himself in. They've still got disruption as well as, and snares on cooldown for 2 more seconds. But TP, it's Faceless Void, Chrono is available. They're going to be careful in DC. The Chrono catching Sasha as well as a Resolution. The Sunstrike will help them. They take 1, they take 2, they move to Resolution. Time lock him up. The Crush still on cooldown. Actually, no matter. Resolution will steal the damage. This stops the Faceless Void from finding the kill. Resolution, he's walking out of here. And he gets away under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow.
Lincoln really needed that Sunstrike kill. His Midas is going to come out a little bit slowly. He's doing very well in terms of CS from Wii. The tables have turned since last game.
They're going to try and create some space up on top. There's no level 6 for Ice Ice. Faith does have the crush. They start with Barrowstrike Disruption. Zuxa right on top of it. They still need to get that crush with a sprint forward. They can move over the Shadow Demon with no defensive disruption. It's an easier setup for the Sunstrike, but the damage still not there. The Barrowstrike! Ice Ice gets 3, catching Weeha mid-lead. Tusker so low, but he doesn't die. Ice Ice wants to be denied to the creeps. May not happen. Hiding inside the sandstorm, the arrow from Weeha pulls him out. But where is the matter? Ice Ice doesn't have it. The last attack from Wee will do the job. Thing to think when you don't have that Naga song to get you out safely. That level 6 you're talking about. But things can start to slow down a little too. DC holding the biggest gold advantage we've had in the game so far, but it's not even 1,000. Shows you how close this is. Innocence currently being chased down by Misery. Fate's going to rotate over. They start with a Fortune's End. This will hold him in position. Sunstrike, Crush, and there she goes. Very simple combo for Wings.
Had enough time for his Midas to kick in, and it looks like they will just sack that tower and look.
They're looking for Invoker. Top lane, there goes your Disruption out. Catcher as well. Resolution starts up with the ultimate with Purge 2. Blink, he's just trying to kill off Zuxa before he dies. The Sunstrike will be off target. And now it's DC's turn to have an easy execution. It will come as a trade-off. The Tier 1 tower middle lane taking considerable damage.
Smart movement from DC. Wings expect their whole entire team to be down there for that push.
Oh, they're coming in. Ice Ice, he's got a haste rune. He looks to come from behind Barrowstrike into the epicenter. The Chronosphere, it cancels the epicenter. It does catch out 2 DC players, however, but Ice Ice now has to haste himself away. Fortune's End out from Innocence, keeping that SK alive. He'll lose his own life in order to do such a thing. The Misery's right behind him too. Burrow Strike available, no TP scroll, so he goes down the hillside. Haste is off, arrow wrong way. He went west when the arrow went east.
And Alpha Wolf Aura, however.
Double smokes, DC, they smoked and went through the bottom river looking down to the bottom lane where Ice is currently farming up. Where's the double smoke coming out from Wings. They're going to see Weeha actually invis thanks to the Sentry Ward. Very quick Chronosphere, the nuke, the Sunstrike. Suxa, perfect place to cancel that one off, and the Song of the Siren. They may realize that Sentry Ward was down, hence they went on him. And the Song of the Siren will allow them to back out. So no Chrono, no Song, but they keep looking for the fight. Ice, the Invoker can die in the meantime. Shadow caught out by the Purge, as well as the Mirana a little bit further up. And with the Ensnare, they'll hold Shadow in position. He time walks away a little bit of the damage. Needs a little bit long with the Burrow Strike. Epicenter from Ice to the back lines. He may find damage. He may have enough with the help. The leap away. The Mirana, she's not out yet. The bash, it's the damage from Slaughter. He'll find it. Blinking over the crush. A double kill for Faith. You still have DC going in deep looking for the other kills, but Ice, the Burrow Strike up away from Resolution's oldie. Now the double crush. They don't want any more to do this, Wings. That Blink Dagger will put back on cooldown thanks to Plasterfield. They trigger the drum charge, but Wings back underneath their own tier 2 towers. Ice, what are you waiting for here? Razor's coming over. He'll hit him once. The Plasterfield will be enough to get the kill. Why is he hanging around? The Burrow Strike was off cooldown as well, but he tried.
Wings' heroes to deal with a static link. They're getting a lot of damage from that.
They both need to get money. Oh, nice Sunstrike with the Cold Snap. Misery gets hit. The crush on a Weeha. Fortune then holds him in position. The attack. He leaves and disjoints. Ice held back thanks to the Purge from Suxa, but it won't be enough to help him stay alive. Oracle purifying him with flames. And they'll take the tier 1 tower after the 2 kills. Having from Suxa. Comes in as that SD. Already Misery waiting in the trees, and that's that Moonlight Shadow you're talking about. Moo will walk forward. Ice is the one to go on, but where is your damage output? Fate's coming in. They just have to let him go down. He was so close to having his Blink Dagger, but is stripped away by DC with the cow so far. With the Observer Ward up from Wings, they do have good vision. They realize both Suxa as well as Misery are on the back line. Space looking for the perfect Blink Chronosphere. It hits on the SD. The crush, no Song of the Siren out. They already get the kill on the SD. Misery holding that ultimate while Resolution steals the damage. Faith away with a Fortune then. Resolution wants to keep fighting here. The Slaughter, there's a time lock. Song of the Siren, hold the fun, but wait for it. It will be released as the arrow flies in. Who's the connect on the Slaughter down instantly? Burrow Strike up into the epicenter. DC, the damage. They may have to bail out this one, but Ice, no Resolution. Kiting with the Plasterfield. Blink will finally arrive. With the Deafening Blast pushing DC back. Cold Snap moving a little bit too deep. Time Lock as well. They bring down Moo. As he is forced back almost up to the tier 1 towers. A Sunstrike looking for a target. A little too early, however. Misery and Weeha were still trying to run away from the lane. So that blink into double Starfall and then leap away to safety. Will be problematic for Wings if they get hit by that before the fight begins. And Wings actually buying up a new item of their own. They instantly TP'd the mid lane. So once again, after the fresh Blink Dagger on Wings, this time it's on Shadow. They smoke up and they look for an opening on DC. The Observer Ward tells them everything they need to know. Burrow Strike down. Suxa gets popped by the Invoker Sunstrike, and then the Blink double crush. The Chrono, they'll catch out too. Misery! The song comes out. The beautiful tones. At least beautiful for DC. The arrow will hit perfectly on Shadow, but Ice, they're trying to keep up. Where's that 4-star forward? They don't have it. They look down into the tree line. They find Misery. Can't get out.
What a perfect decides though. And Aegis will expire. DC have to be happy about that one. But they're still looking to pressure this side of the map. Will they be able to take down their Observer Ward but before they have to defend the lanes? I don't know. This Observer Ward still sees them.
Yep, and here they come. Blink up, Slaughter, double crush, Amplify up with a double Burrow Strike from Ice. The Song of the Siren. It cancels the epicenter. Moo, Misery, It is bail, bail, bail. The TP away to safety.
Oof, what a save coming out from them. Sync, they're throwing all their net worth on this impending Roche fight.
And DC are just hoping for an opening, but while this copes on and while they group up, They didn't achieve anything. Wings was getting the farm they wanted.
Wings going to show in mid. He could get jumped out right here if they're not careful.
Well, they're headed down for Roshan instead. The Naga illusions are on their way as smoke-covered Wings moving up to the Ancients. Weeha comes in the middle of a burrow strike up. They find Resolution Crush as well. Can they kill off Weeha? No, the leap out. He'll get the Starfall. Oracle purifies it with the flames once again, and it's Resolution bashed up. The fight splits into two different parts. Ice will down the backlines with the Chronosphere. Sunstride's coming in. The damage isn't enough. Disruption. Suxia tries to keep his core alive as Resolution runs away, but now with the time dilation, Tornado, it caught him! Thanks to the crush from Faith Beyond, Resolution won't die, the fall will die from the back from Shadow, who finds the secondary one into Naga. Suxia, he needs to get out, the damage is not enough! Sunstrike, no! He was drawn to the light, but you do not walk towards the light!
Razor and the rest of his brethren fall. Mood, the sole survivor, as Wings close in on this T3.
And I can't wait for Weatherman Person to tear that one apart. You thought DC had the high ground, but unlike Episode 3, it is Wings who take the advantage, and they will take the melee racks away from DC. Invoker, no disable, he'll get out safely. Wings getting the damage, and before DC can respond, they don't have Song of the Siren. Misery's moving over. That's on cooldown for another half a minute. And they actually find Moo into the epicenter. He'll die in the bottom lane. The mech is not enough. The arrow will connect on Shadow. Weeha, he jumps in. He needs double damage right now, but it's not there. Shadow Time walks all off, and he's actually in the perfect position with the burrow strike from my side. They catch out Weeha. Sentry's dying underneath the tower, so they can't keep the vision up. Moonlight Shadow helping him to escape, but Suxia will not be so lucky. The arrow will connect again. The DC, they lose 3 heroes trying to contest Wings on Roshan.
DC are imploding at this point, and Wings just played so carefully around that Roshan respawn. The way that the timing of their smoke, the items coming out at the perfect time in DC, they were just not prepared. They needed to be grouped up as 5 behind their cores, but they were just far too spread out, unexpecting Wings to come around from behind.
Oh, the Blade Chrono! Resolution caught, amplifying the Sunstrike. They need more damage. The Burrow Strike's gonna do it. Combining it with a crush. There's no resolution. Moo will go down too. This will be it for DC. They've lost so much. They want to keep fighting. Misery, he'll go down as well. GG! Team Wings will do it.
They thought they had the Faceless Void counter with the first big Naga Siren, but this insane amount of stuns from coming out from Wings, their excellent team play, the farm